So we do have a pretty big mail call today. I have not had one of these in a while because I have such bad luck with shipping and the postal service and just sellers and their shipping habits that I just had to take a break before I just lost it. But this is a book that I have been wanting for some time, been wanting to get it back in my collection. I had it, but life happened and I had to relinquish it. I saw it for a great deal from an Instagram seller, Comic Expectations, and I couldn't pass it up. Could not pass it up. So we're going to open this. It does seem to have been beat up pretty bad in transit from California to Dallas, Georgia, here where I am at. So I am extremely nervous. I'm kind of prolonging opening this thing. I really don't want it to be messed up, but my expectations are pretty low when it comes to having things shipped to me at this point, just from the luck that I've had in the past. You guys have seen tons of these packages that I've opened. I've shown on Instagram, here on YouTube, where I order things and they just never get shipped properly. So let's see how this one was shipped and see if it was able to survive the trek from California to Dallas, Georgia through the U.S. Postal Service. So nervous, guys. You know what? Before we even get to the big book, because I can't see it, it's on the bottom. Let's take a minute and let's pray to the comic gods that this book made it safely to us. Okay. All right. I don't know if that's going to work. I don't know if there's comic gods out there or not, but I'm telling you guys right now, I am almost shaking because I'm so nervous about this. So nervous. You know, I almost purchased this book. There were some copies of this book at the Lexington ComiKon, and I almost purchased one. And I decided against it. I ended up going with The Walking Dead #1. Of course, you guys have seen the video. You know that I grabbed that. But the first book is Secret Wars #9. Now, I am not familiar with this book. The guy told me that this is, I guess, Miles Morales' first appearance in the 616 universe. So that's pretty cool. You've got tons and tons of characters on here. You have Dr. Doom, and you've got all kinds of people on here, man. Now that I'm looking, I'm just seeing more and more characters. So that's a pretty cool book. Oh, there it is. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. All right, so we got to get the tape off of this thing. I think it survived. I'm trying to be ever so careful with cutting this tape off. But it does look like it did, in fact, survive the shipping. So that is great. Great news. Sorry I'm not looking at the camera right now. I'm trying to be so careful with cutting the tape off of the book to release it from the back, the piece of cardboard on the back. And I'm just going to take a second and look this over, guys, because oh my gosh, I think it survived, guys. All right, guys, so I don't know how many times I got to tell you guys I'm not going to buy another big book, but I promise I promise this is the last big purchase that I'm going to make for 2021. But this one I could not let go for the price. And my wife did not even blink when I told her. She knows what the book is. She knows that this is a book that I let go to, pay some bills that we had to pay last year. And she knows what happened afterwards. And if you guys have been with me for any amount of time, you've heard me talk about this several times. And you know that I am not a fan of Spider-Man too much. But I am a fan of Miles Morales. And here we have Ultimate Fallout 4, first printing of the first appearance of Miles Morales. I finally have another copy in my hands. It is in the collection. I'm so ecstatic about this right now. Man, I had written this book off, completely written this book off. And I will say, I talked to the guy on Instagram, Comic Expectations, and we had a conversation about the book because I explained to him, what happened with my copy, and I guess he was kind of in the same boat, so I really, really feel for the guy. But I reassured him that, this is going to a fellow lover of the character, and, this is something that I'm going to cherish and be so proud to have again. I could not be happier to have this copy. It looks fantastic. It does have two very tiny spine ticks, so I'm really hoping it can hit like a 9.6. At the lowest, I think this will probably hit a 9.4. I have not yet checked out the back, but I will do that when the video is over. But 9.4 to a 9.6 copy, I think, right here. And it's not a 9.8, but, Skeff doesn't have a 9.8. Skeff's Comic Knowledge doesn't have a 9.8. So if he doesn't have to have a 9.8, I guess I don't have to have a 9.8 either. Now, I would have loved to have this come back a 9.8 and just be able to kind of throw it in his face just a little bit, because he has such great books, and I watch him open stuff all the time. So that would have been fun to be able to poke at him with. But again, guys, it survived the mail. So happy to have this. Excited as I can be, and this is definitely going to be something that I send to CGC, probably via walkthrough within the next month. I paid for this out of, if you guys watched the previous video where I talked about that I'm going to be selling a majority of my collection, and I've been doing that on Whatnot, and because of the past few sales that I've had, I was able to purchase this book with the sales from new comic book day books and run filler stuff that I really, really didn't need or want. And this is what I'm talking about, being able to get rid of some of that stuff to obtain stuff that makes this face happen. I'm so ecstatic about it. Could not be happier. Comic Expectations, thank you again. Make sure you guys check him out on Instagram. He's constantly throwing books up for sale. I've seen him throw some awesome stuff up there, and you never know, guys. I mean, I was the first one to see this, and I jumped on it, and now I have this copy of Ultimate Fallout 4, and I'm so ecstatic. Got such a fantastic deal. I hate again that I had to come by it the way I did, but at the same time, I guess, I don't know, that was how I lost mine, so I definitely can feel for him. But again, thank you so much, brother, for the book. I appreciate it. And guys, let me know, what do you think? What do you think? Your guy finally got that first appearance of Miles back in the collection. Just drop me some comments. Just drop me some comments. I don't care what you say. You can tell me you love the book, you hate the book. But regardless, I love it. I can't wait to get it back from getting graded and get it up here on this slab wall. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. That is a perfectly free way to help support our channel. Now, if you'd like to support our channel further, you can always join as a member. That button's right next to the subscribe button below here. Either way, guys, we appreciate you so much for being the best part of Two Brothers Comics. And as always, collect your way.